Breaking on 4 News Now at 6, students from the Coeur d'Alene Tribal School allegedly harassed during a field trip. We're live with what the tribe is calling pathetic and ugly behavior.
I'm tracking more showers and isolated thunderstorms, where they're headed and which areas are being impacted by a freeze warning in your First Alert forecast.
I'm mourning a different loss of the same person. Hear one woman's message to the thief who took her grandfather's remains. You're watching 4 News Now at 6. Strong winds, isolated thunderstorms, and a frost warning. Our team of weather experts are tracking a lot tonight. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kirsten O'Connor.
And I'm Derek Dice. Take a look at this pic of a cold air funnel that formed near Hayden earlier today. Let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker now to see when things are expected to die down.
Well, the intensity of the storms that we had earlier this evening have already tapered off, and most of the action is now south of I-90. We had about 2.5 hours, though, where we were tracking some strong storms right around the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area, including that storm that produced the cold air funnel near Hayden. Here's a closer look at what's going on here, Spokane right here, and all along I-90 as we head down onto the Palouse. We're seeing more loosely associated showers and embedded thunderstorms, a few rounds of lightning, and a lot of the stronger storms have tapered off completely. When we were watching around the Cheney area, continuing to move to the south and east. We could see the rain picking up around Rosalia soon, and we have had a few isolated thunderstorms in the Endicott area. Further to the south, we've also been watching a thunderstorm near Colfax that is really tapered off, and now we're mostly just dealing with rain. We'll take a look at the Colfax camera right now, and it has been pretty quiet, just wet streets, and haven't had any hail or just a few rumbles of thunder. But again, that is beginning to taper off, and we're going to be drying out. There's even some sunshine in the latest image. This evening, we have the chance of showers and thunderstorms through about 7 o'clock, so only for about the next hour. And then we not only dry out, but we clear out. Temperatures will be dropping many locations, getting down into the mid-30s and even below in some spots. I'll tell you about that freeze warning and the frost advisory in effect for the area in just a few minutes.
Now to breaking news out of Grant County. Anyone living between A Street to Morrison Street in Grant County, just south of Beverly, needs to leave now because of a wildfire. Level 2 evacuation orders, meaning be ready to leave, are in place for the entire town of Beverly. Investigators say the fire all started when this tractor trailer crashed on Highway 243. They say the driver in that crash is okay. No buildings have been damaged. The sheriff's office also says expect delays throughout the night on Highway 243 as crews continue to mop up the fire.
We also have breaking news out of Coeur d'Alene tonight. Alleged harassment aimed at students from the Coeur d'Alene Tribal School during a field trip to McEwen Park.
Now the Coeur d'Alene tribe is offering a $25,000 reward for information about what happened. Jordan Smith is live at McEwen Park now with more details on the alleged harassment.
Yeah, the Coeur d'Alene tribe tells me this incident happened last Friday. They say that the entire school from 2nd grade to 8th grade, they were all here on a field trip just trying to enjoy the water. And they say a group of middle-aged white men approached a couple of 8th graders from the school and told them to get back to their reservation, among other things. Now, the tribe also says that these men made mocking gestures, imitating feathers, and laughing at the students. A chaperone was with the 13-year-old students when it did happen, and they reported it. We met with leaders of the Coeur d'Alene tribe today. They called these men cowards and said this is their home, too.
This whole area is our home. You know, we consider this our home, and you know, and it's unfortunate that these cowards had to do that. I would say, what were you thinking? Come on, man, they're little kids. You know, what's wrong with you?
And Chief Allen was frustrated, and he's calling on the community to stand together in condemning any intolerant racist actions if and when they should occur. And this incident is being investigated by the Coeur d'Alene police. We reached out for a copy of the police report. We are told that they can't give that to us until this investigation is closed. And they say that if that group of men is identified, they could face malicious harassment charges. We'll have more information as it becomes available. Reporting live in Coeur d'Alene tonight, Jordan Smith, 4 News Now.
All right, Jordan, thank you. Back in March, just a few blocks away from McEwen Park, racial slurs were hurled at the University of Utah women's basketball team while they were in town for the NCAA tournament. The 18-year-old who yelled them won't face any charges. We're choosing not to name him since he isn't being charged with a crime. The Coeur d'Alene City Attorney's Office said there wasn't enough evidence to charge him with any crimes, saying there was no probable cause that the shouting disturbed the peace or violated any disorderly conduct codes.
A Spokane family is asking for your help to find this urn inside their loved one's remains.
He served 25 years as a major in the Air Force, and he, deserves much more than what's happening.
On Sunday, that woman you just heard from was moving into her in-laws' home, and she realized she left her grandfather's ashes in the car overnight.
When she checked in the morning, those ashes were gone. Now she says she doesn't even want justice. She just wants her grandfather back. Bronte Sorotsky has this exclusive story.
He was the smartest man that I know, and the most loving man, too.
David Glenn Williams is remembered as a hero, serving in the Air Force for over 25 years. And to his family, the best father and grandfather there ever was.
I mean, he was just the ideal picture-perfect grandpa, to be honest, and I know it sounds cliche, but he just was a man of so many talents.
Sadly, he passed away in 2022.
When we lost him, it was extremely hard for our family.
He's since been cremated and kept in an urn so he can always be near his family. Over the weekend, Margot moved into her in-laws' home and brought her grandfather's ashes in her car.
Margot's car was in this driveway. She was in the middle of moving and had left her grandfather's ashes in the car overnight. When she came back in the morning, she saw that the car door had been pried open and those ashes were gone.
I've never physically felt my heart break, but that's exactly what it felt like.
Leaving her and her family to wonder why anyone would ever do something so cruel. Spokane police say the charge for a crime like this would be vehicle prowling, but police could also add on a felony charge for the stolen ashes. Margot says she hasn't filed a police report yet as she's been too emotional, but says she doesn't want to take legal action. She just wants her grandfather back. She and her family are urging anyone that knows where these ashes are to come forward.
The urn is replaceable, but my grandpa's ashes aren't.
Reporting in Spokane, Bronte Sorotsky, 4 News Now.
A man previously convicted of sexually abusing 2 teenage family members pleaded not guilty today to another child sex crime. Ronald Whitehall joined the arraignment via Zoom in a yellow jail-issued jumpsuit. He is accused of raping and molesting a 14-year-old girl. He is also facing charges of communicating with a minor for immoral purposes. Whitehall was previously convicted of raping his stepdaughter and served 6 years in prison before being released in 2020. Now, less than 5 years later, he will go to trial for similar crimes. His trial is scheduled to begin July 22nd. Around the Northwest, a jury will soon decide the fate of the man accused of murdering his former wife and his current wife's 2 children.
During closing arguments, the state argued Chad Daybell was driven to commit these crimes by money, power, and sex. He's accused of killing 7-year-old J.J. Vallow, 16-year-old Tylee Ryan, and Tammy Daybell. The trial has been going on for almost 2 months now, featuring testimony from dozens of witnesses. Prosecutors say Daybell promoted unusual and apocalyptic spiritual beliefs in order to justify the murders. The defense saying there isn't enough evidence to tie Daybell to the murders or to prove his late wife was even killed. Instead, Daybell's lawyers insisted she died of natural causes.
The jury was also presented with cell phone messages between Daybell and his wife, Lori Vallow, with one reading that there is a plan being orchestrated for the children. If convicted, Daybell could face the death penalty. Vallow is currently serving a life sentence for the deaths of her 2 children. A 13-year-old is now facing charges for shooting another teen in North Spokane last month. The shooting happened at the Center Court apartment on Nevada and Cosa Drive. Originally, a person reported a 16-year-old accidentally shot himself in the back. Investigators determined that that was not true. The suspect now faces several charges, including assault. Well, summer's nearly here, and a new study says more teens are considering joining the workforce.
The factors pushing them to choose work over play.
Show me the money.
And $20 billion waiting to be reclaimed. We'll explain how to check if you're owed any of that money tonight at 6:30.
The Spokane Pavilion has been transformed into a pickleball lover
It's paradise. I'll show you how you can learn and play for free coming up after the break.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
For 27 years, our promise has been to save you green.
Right now, there's just so much happening in our world.
And so much happening right here in the Northwest.
Making sense of it all, that's not always so easy.
And that's where we come in.
Good Morning Northwest and Good Morning America.
We're right here, and we got you.
We got you, Northwest.
Who has the deals?
Furniture Row.
Who has the deals?
Furniture Row.
The Memorial Day Super Sale was so great, we just had to extend it. And with trucks still rolling in, the savings keep getting better and better. The more you buy,
The more you save. Save $100 for every 1,000 you spend.
check out special purchases while they last. And financing? We're talking 6 years, no interest. But don't wait. The extended Memorial Day Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Take advantage of the tax credits you can, including the annual Washington State Working Families Tax Credit. You can get money back on state taxes already paid. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
It's been another great year for our Diamonds and Dreams program. Gary Middle School, the recipient of this year's work, new backstops, new safety fences, and of course, the new field. The 4 News Now Extreme Team, brought to you by your hometown Chevy dealers and Horizon Credit Union.
The Medellin Falls Bigfoot Festival returns to Pend Oreille County June 15th and 16th. Discover the rich history, folklore, and mystery. From Sasquatch-themed crafts to Bigfoot merchandise, a 5K fun run, and plenty of food. This event is guaranteed to leave you amazed and entertained. Hear from the county's experts about their Bigfoot sightings or sign up for the Presenters Dinner and talk with them firsthand. The Medellin Falls Bigfoot Festival. For tickets and information, go to mf-bigfoot.com.
Local radio and TV stations in every town and city need someone like you. So do what you love and bring your talent to life. Your passion, your skills, your career. You belong here.
Next ET, the life and murder of Nicole Brown Simpson are exclusive with her sisters. Plus, a ghost adventure comes to ET. Then, coming Monday, it's Nashville Week.
Next ET.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30. Watch KXLY Plus over the air on KXLY ABC4. Live updates, breaking news, weather every 10 minutes from the 4 News Now team. Get up to date on the information you need in just an hour. Weekdays at 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. over the air on KXLY ABC4.
Let's take a live look now at the pavilion. It has been transformed for what's being called Pickle Fest, and the event is meant to help celebrate the history and future of the fastest growing sport in America, which is pickleball.
Yeah, it features a tournament and a free jamboree to support the Spokane Pickleball Club. Our Sydney Berger is live at the pavilion, and sounds like you've been working on that serve of yours since we last saw you at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, guys, nothing is going to get past me with this thing, I'll tell you that much. Luckily for me, if I want to hone my skills, the Pickle Fest has an event called the Jamboree, which is free to the public. People can play and get lessons for pickleball, especially if you're a beginner. I know that's something that people have been asking for. I'm here with the president of the Spokane Pickleball Club, Mike Johansson. Mike, tell me a little bit about the Jamboree and what's going on.
Yeah, the Jamboree is just a celebration of recreational pickleball. So no matter your skill level, whether you've never played or you love playing every day, you can come down here between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Tomorrow through Sunday, and we will have opportunities to jump in and play. And for beginners, we will have beginner open play at 8 a.m., noon, and 6 p.m. every day.
And you were also telling me that this is a part of the Expo 74 50th celebration. What have you guys been doing, just working with the city, and kind of what does the rest of the weekend look like?
Yeah, we were so excited when the city reached out to us about doing an event for Expo, because pickleball was invented in Washington in 1965, and so we were excited to celebrate the history of this game as we look towards the future. And this is our first event as a pickleball club, and we were excited for more in the future. And our dream is really to build more pickleball courts here in Spokane for everyone to enjoy.
And you guys are welcoming all ages, all levels of play, right?
Definitely. Yeah, this sport is really one for everyone. We say that it's for ages 8 to 80, and sometimes that doesn't even cover it.
Awesome, Mike. Thank you so much. And luckily, the weather looks like it's clearing up now, and they're going all through the rest of the weekend, so you have multiple opportunities to get out here and play. I'm going to go back to working on my serve out there, guys, but reporting in downtown Spokane, I'm Sydney Berger, 4 News Now.
I don't know, the control with that big thing might be a little tough, though.
She's got it.
All right, this weekend you can celebrate local artists with the Northwest Museum of Arts and Culture.
Art Fest is an annual arts and crafts fair returning to Browns Edition this Friday. The historic neighborhood will have 80 artists on display. Food trucks, live music, a beer garden, lots to celebrate. There's an opportunity for every member of your family to get creative, including a kids' art center. The MAC is a nonprofit, and by attending Art Fest, you are helping the museum uplift creatives in our community.
We've always had that mission of being here for the community to see local artists, regional artists from around the area. We support all these artists. We don't take any, we don't make a profit from them. They are here to show their talent, and that's what we want to support.
Admission to Art Fest is $5, and your ticket will also get you access to the Campbell House and every exhibit the MAC has to offer, including the brand new Expo exhibit. For more information, head to this story on our website, KXLY.com.
And we're in the middle of graduation season, so we're continuing to celebrate the graduating seniors across the Inland Northwest, including Cameron Clovis from Asotin High School. His family tells us Cameron is a three-sport athlete. He's also no slouch in the classroom, graduating with a perfect 4.0 GPA. His family says he spends a lot of his time volunteering as well.
And meet December Plessick on Track Academy. She is also graduating from the culinary art program at New Tech. Her family tells us she also worked a full-time job at a local bakery, all while keeping her grades up. Wow. If you want to celebrate your student and enter them to win a $50 gift card, you can submit their photo online for a chance to be featured right here on 4 News Now. Head to KXLY.com/class of 2024.
Well, send your student out the door with a sweatshirt tomorrow morning. It is going to be chilly, and you might want to offer one to some of your more tender plants as well. A frost advisory in effect for the area shaded in light blue. We've got a freeze warning for the northeast mountains in those northern valleys. I'll let you know how cold it's going to get after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
At George Gee Kia Spokane, our mission is to exceed your expectations.
Every year across the Inland Northwest, hundreds of teens age out of foster care but still need support. That's where Safety Net steps in. We started Safety Net to help former foster youth take flight so they won't fall through the cracks.
May 24th to 31st is Sip and Shop for Safety Net. Support North Idaho by purchasing a drink or item at specific Coeur d'Alene local eateries and shops.
For every purchase at participating businesses, Numerica will donate $1 up to $3,500. This is how Numerica cares for kids.
Hi, I'm Catherine Forner, and we love our own backyard so much, we built all of this. With hardwood decking and Basilite pavers. And we just finished this deck for one of our best customers. With TimberTech decking and Fortress railing. And we get everything we need from Par. With Shauna's help.
Everything from design to delivery.
What would we do without you?
Par, your total home building source since 1930. Go where the builders go.
What are you gonna build?
This is the all-new Tempur-Pedic Adapt mattress, and we designed it to help make aches and pains a thing of the past. Because our most advanced, infinitely adaptable Tempur material eases your pressure points, inch by inch and molecule by molecule, in a way no other mattress can. All night, every night.
Save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and get a $300 gift. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
Do you have a storage problem? Wisman Storage Containers is your all-in-one local storage solution. We offer a variety of sizes and provide free delivery within the greater Spokane area. Wisman Storage Containers is your locally owned and family-operated storage solution. Don't just store. Secure your stuff today.
Tonight, jury instructions as the historic criminal trial nears its end. Plus, the cleanup as communities brace for more severe weather and the record high heat. More Americans turn to World News Tonight with David Muir, the most watched newscast on television.
Well, this is a live look over a cloudy downtown Spokane. Ooh, looks kind of gross out there.
Yeah, other parts of the Inland Northwest, those clouds are bringing some rain and even isolated thunderstorms. Chris is here now tracking all of it.
And that view was looking to the southeast of our station here at 500 West Boone Avenue. So more toward the valley. And if you look right up ahead, we have blue skies here at the station. I did that just for you. But we are still tracking some showers and thunderstorms, mainly now in portions of North Idaho. Let's take a look at our Doppler radar. And a lot of the activity over northern Whitman County and southern Spokane County is beginning to decrease in intensity. We do still have some showers, but a lot of the thunderstorm activity now moving into Benewah County, south of St. Mary's. We'll zoom in a little bit here and see there is still some pretty good rain falling around Rosalia over toward Oakesdale. That's going to be moving into Tico here very shortly as these systems are continuing to move to the east. But once we get, again, south of St. Mary's, we find some more thunderstorm activity, including cloud-to-ground lightning. These are not as intense as some of the storms we saw earlier this evening that did get into the strong, not severe, but strong category due to 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts, as well as some pea-size hail. And this will be tapering off later tonight. As I mentioned, will be dry overnight. Skies clear, temperatures dropping. We have a frost advisory in effect for a good portion of the region. One little cutout here around Coeur d'Alene where you're safe from the frost, and then a freeze warning in the northeast mountains where temperatures are going to be getting down closer to actual freezing or below and will be more harmful to your plants. Still, some of those pansies, petunias, and little things sprouting in your vegetable garden are susceptible to temperatures like this. They just don't like it when it's 35 in Pullman, 36 in Ritzville, but look up around Colville, 32 degrees. It'll be 36 in Sandpoint, 37 in Spokane, but staying at 40 in Coeur d'Alene. Now, these are just specific spots where the temperature is being forecasted. You may know that you live in a spot where your neighbors are not having a freeze. You do. If you live in a spot where you are prone to a late frost, take extra care with your plants. Deer Park, 31, 33 in Spirit Lake. We'll be in the mid-30s right through the I-90 corridor, 35 out at Fairchild Air Force Base. It looks like it may actually be even colder tomorrow, especially since we had a little more rain in spots than forecasted, so that will impact our overnight lows tonight. They will not be quite as cold in locations where you got a good wetting rain. 35 for a morning low on Friday, and then we're back up around average in the 40s and even 50s through the rest of the 7-day forecast. It is going to be a pretty day after that cold start. Blue skies and sunshine, 37 at 6 a.m. We'll be close to 50 by mid-morning and 60 degrees by 1 o'clock. Winds quite a bit calmer than yesterday. We'll be in the 10-mile-per-hour range at the peak. Our high of 65 is about 5 degrees below average, but we'll be back up around average by Thursday, Friday rather. Around the region, 70s in Omak, Grand Coulee, Moses Lake, and 71 in Lewiston. We'll be in the lower 60s in Pullman, Coeur d'Alene, and Sandpoint. Your planning forecast: sunshine for Friday with a high of 71. Might be the prettiest day of the week. Then the clouds move in on Saturday. We're going to be staying dry for Saturday and almost all of Sunday. Right now, it looks like the chance of rain moves in Sunday sometime after the dinner hours, 6, 7 o'clock. And then wet weather Sunday night into Monday with more showers on Tuesday. I'll be back in the next half hour. Got a grizzly bear in the Wildlife Wednesday, plus I'll update you on those thunderstorms.
Thank you, Chris. And before all the thunderstorms kind of took over, Mark Peterson put the finishing touches on this year's Diamonds and Dreams project. This morning, Mark put up the official sign reminding people that the fields behind Gary Middle School are for the kids. And it also reminds parents to be nice to umpires during the game. If you want to see all the changes Mark and the Extreme Team made to the field, head to KXLY.com, click on the Extreme Team tab.
got those signs at all of their Diamonds and Dreams projects. Well, still ahead, more and more teens are considering getting summer jobs this year. We have tips to help them start their search after the break. Stay with us.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Since her release from prison and separating from her husband, she's been at the center of a whirlwind of headlines. Everyone has something to say about her. Now, tomorrow, she speaks out for herself on Good Morning America.
When your child has moderate to severe eczema, it's okay for them to show off. Show off their clearer skin and noticeably less itch with Dupixent. Because children 6 months and older with eczema have plenty of reasons to show off their skin. With Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, they can stay ahead of their eczema. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your child's skin from within. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Show off to the world. Ask your child's eczema specialist about Dupixent.
I think I'm gonna go with a 9-iron.
I suggest a 7. No.
Oh.
Did you know that if a bird picks up your ball, you gotta follow it? Oh, there it is. I think it's to the right.
Nah.
Is this it?
Nope, not it.
More! Can I be frank? At STCU, we're always here to advise and consult, even if you want to go at it your own way.
Let's see what you've got, Frank. I think we should talk.
STCU Business. Partner up.
40 years ago, an idea was born. 40 years ago, excitement emerged. Now, 40 years later, all trails lead to all sport. Side-by-sides, ATVs, motorcycles, snowmobiles, watercraft, and pontoon boats. Who has it all? All Sport has it all. Polaris, Honda, BRP, Can-Am, KTM, Indian, and more. How will you spend the next 40 years? Make 2024 the best summer ever. Join our local team in celebrating 40 years in business. Have it all at All Sport, just off I-90 in Liberty Lake.
92.9 CZU. CZU.
Join us for the Medellin Falls Bigfoot Festival, June 15th and 16th.
Around the nation now, after favoring sports, academics, and other pursuits the last few summers, teens are headed back to work.
And inflation may be a key driver. CNN's Karen Caifa explains why more teens will pick up summer jobs and how to start the search.
Teens are expected to job hunt in a big way this summer, and some key sectors will welcome the help.
Jobs that teens typically usually fill, recreation, food service, a lot of those employers in those sectors are having a hard time filling those roles. And so in some ways, the teen summer surge couldn't come at a better time.
A report by outplacement firm Challenger Gray and Christmas forecasts teens will see an additional 1.3 million jobs in May, June, and July. This, as the Bureau of Labor Statistics showed more than 5.8 million teens between age 16 and 19 employed during the month of April, an increase from about 5.7 million the year prior. Challenger says part of the push is the squeeze of inflation on teens and families. Mark Hamrick, senior economic analyst at Bankrate, says the job market is in their favor.
The good news here is that the job market remains strong. There is more demand for workers than there is supply of workers.
Aaron Terrazas, chief economist at Glassdoor, says employers realize teens won't come to interviews with lengthy resumes, but a teen does need to show up ready to work.
They do want to see is some signal of persistence, dedication, and that this employee is going to be a reliable worker.
And Hamrick says the financial lessons of a summer job can go beyond the workplace.
The experience, not to mention the income that's associated with real work, is something that is very meaningful and important for the development of all young people.
In Washington, I'm Karen Caifa.
Well, all charges have been dropped against pro golfer Scottie Scheffler. The world's top-ranked golfer was arrested for allegedly injuring a police officer who was directing traffic at the scene of a fatal crash. The officer in question violated Louisville police policy by not turning on his body camera and had faced discipline in the past for other infractions. The judge agreed with Jefferson County attorney that the prosecution could not pursue the 4 charges filed against him.
Experts say 50% of college grads won't have a job in their chosen field within the first year. That's according to a new study.
What experts say graduates should do to help their applications stand out. Plus, you could be owed thousands of dollars in unclaimed cash. We'll show you how to check coming up on 4 News Now at 6:30.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Remember when I had my Pizza Hut perfume?
Oh, God. I couldn't keep my hands off you.
Don't laugh until you smell it.
Next live, Richard Gere and Sunny Hostin.
Watch live tomorrow at 9, right after GMA.
Everyone's itching to win Northern Quest's Scratch and Win GMC Sierra giveaway. With $520,000 in cash and prizes up for grabs, it's only natural. But instead of a log, tree, or communal bush, all you need is your Camus Rewards card. Play daily to earn scratch tickets good for reward play, bonus points, hotel stays, and maybe a brand new GMC Sierra pickup. That's an itch we'd all like to scratch.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the TurboMax engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or get $5,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
When it's time to protect your home, call Everhart Painting, Spokane's premier painting contractor. Everhart Painting takes care of every detail and backs the results with their industry-leading warranty. Call now for our spring special. Everhart Painting, your painter for life.
At Liberty Park, we've been growing our own since 1928, and we continue to be your go-to greenhouse for all your gardening needs, including custom container planting. We have a colorful selection of annuals, perennials, and hanging baskets. With several varieties of tomatoes and other veggie starts, we have all you need to kick off your vegetable garden. We also carry yard art, soil, and pots of all sizes and colors. Liberty Park Greenhouse and Garden Center is now open in the historic South Perry District.
In the hands of the jury. Next in Sun Edition, the Trump trial. As the world awaits the verdict, what the nation's top lawyers are predicting.
I think that his best hope is a hung jury.
Then, the Nicole Brown Simpson story. Her sisters speak out.
The one thing I could not protect her from was the monster she was married to.
Watch the next in Sun Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7. Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
All right, welcome back. We've been talking about some very active weather making its way through the region.
Yeah, the radar's hot tonight, Chris.
Yes, it is. It is shifting very much to the east, however. Let's take a look now, and you can see the thunderstorms are quite a distance from Spokane, and they're moving into the central panhandle. Here's Kellogg right here with some showers and thunderstorms to the south of St. Mary's. Heading down around Colfax, you may hear a rumble of thunder in the distance as those storms work their way into the Idaho Palouse. Some of the strongest storms right now are just to the west of Sanders. Again, we're south of St. Mary's, and these storms are moving to the east-northeast. We're also way south of the Kellogg area with some of that activity. We still have some showers further to the west around Plummer, up toward Harrison, and around the Lake Coeur d'Alene area. All of these showers and thunderstorms coming to an end very shortly as we get into the evening, and that is when our temperatures will begin dropping. We do have frost advisories and freeze warnings in effect for the region, starting the day off at 37 in Spokane tomorrow, heading up to a high of 65, 5 degrees below average, but quiet. Blue skies, sunshine, just a chance of some mountain showers in the afternoon. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast in just a few minutes, Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you. It is one of the signs of summer. The Park Bench at Manitou Park is opening this Saturday. It'll be serving up an assortment of coffees, ice creams, snacks, and sandwiches. The cafe is also bringing back its Friday Night Under the Trees concert series. On Fridays from June 14th through August 23rd, you can enjoy a tasty treat and live music in the cafe's shaded outdoor area.
And while you're there, why not check out the thousands of flowers that have been planted at Duncan Gardens. Crews at Manitou Park are hard at work planting these flowers. Our producer does suggest if you suffer from allergies, might want to take your allergy meds before you head out to see all those flowers.
A lot of pollen. All right, we could all use a little bit of extra cash. Across the nation, more than $20 billion is waiting to be reclaimed by people who may not even know they are owed cash from unclaimed property.
It could just be a couple of dollars, but sometimes we're talking about thousands of dollars in unclaimed cash. Marissa Rio joins us in studio to break down how people in the inland Northwest can be reunited with their unclaimed property.
Derek, Kirsten, the process to search for unclaimed property is easy and it's free. For Washingtonians, all you need to do is go to the Washington State Unclaimed Property website here and click Find Yours.
Know that we have over $2 billion.
$2 billion in unclaimed property in Washington State alone.
I want Washingtonians to know that it's not a scam. Unclaimed property is a state-run program.
But where is this money coming from?
It's basically just any kind of bank account, a paycheck from an old job, utility deposit, any kind of property that a business or organization might owe to you and they can't get it to you.
We want to help you get your money back. Once you've clicked the Find Yours button, you'll need to type in your last name and first name and hit search. If you have any unclaimed property, it will show up and you'll just hit the claim button.
So it's almost like an online shopping cart. If there's more than one property, you basically check each property, add it to your cart.
Then you'll need to enter documentation. Once the state verifies it's you, the money will be sent to the address you submit. For Idaho, it's a similar process. You'll go to the state's unclaimed property site, type in your first and last name, and hit search.
Our data shows us that it's about 1 in 10 Idahoans we have money for.
Ingrid Bolin says once you've claimed your money and the state verifies it's you, the money will arrive within 5 to 10 business days.
We also have the contents of safe deposit boxes. So if you have a family member who has passed, the banks may have turned over their contents to us, and we would love to give those back to heirs or rightful owners.
You can check all of that for free here on the Idaho's Unclaimed Property website. If you've lived in multiple states, you can search nationwide for free at missingmoney.com, which is endorsed by the National Association for Unclaimed Property Administrators and the National Association of State Treasurers. In studio tonight, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
Checking back on that breaking news out of Grant County, within the last few minutes, the Grant County Sheriff's Office announced evacuation levels for the Highway 243 fire have been downgraded now to level 1. That includes the entire town of Beverly. The Sheriff's Office says detours are still going to be in place overnight while crews mop up this fire. The 12-person jury in former President Donald Trump's criminal hush money trial started deliberations today, moving them one step closer to deciding Mr. Trump's legal fate.
There's a lot at stake for the presumptive Republican presidential nominee who was fired up when he left the courtroom today. CNN's Julia Benbrook explains.
Former President Donald Trump faces 34 counts of falsifying business records, stemming from a hush money payment made to adult film star Stormy Daniels back in 2016 to cover up an alleged affair. Trump denies the affair and has pleaded not guilty.
And Mother Teresa could not beat those charges.
Court was in session for more than 10 hours on Tuesday as both sides made extensive final pitches to the jury. It's now up to 12 Manhattan residents to decide if Trump is guilty or not guilty. A felony conviction of a former president and the presumptive 2024 Republican nominee would be unprecedented.
We can't ignore the fact that this is a former president of the United States. And this trial is the first of its kind, but this jury understands the magnitude of that as well.
The jury must be unanimous in its decision. As they deliberate, they can ask questions about the case to the court through handwritten notes. The jury deliberation process could take days or even weeks.
You can't sort of in
maybe in elegant terms, you can't BS a jury. They sort of get it, and they're going to go in there and try to figure out what they agree about, and then what areas need to be discussed and fleshed out that they don't agree on.
If Trump is convicted, the judge could sentence Trump to probation or up to 4 years each count in state prison, with a maximum of 20 years. Reporting in Manhattan, I'm Julia Benbrook.
Well, it's been almost 2 years since the Supreme Court struck down Roe versus Wade, overturning the constitutional right to an abortion. Now, a new study finds more women from Texas are seeking abortions here in Washington. Before the Dobbs decision, 52% of out-of-state abortion patients in Washington were from Alaska, and only 6% were from Texas. But those numbers drastically changed after the court's decision. Now, 27% of out-of-state patients are coming from Texas, with Alaska right behind at 26%. Researchers also found a 50% increase in out-of-state patients and documented an average of 1 week delay in care for all patients seeking abortion care. The study's lead author, Taylor Riley, a University of Washington graduate student, says this has concerning health and economic implications because delayed abortion care is associated with increased risk of complications and negative mental health impacts, and later abortion care is more expensive.
Well, tonight is the deadline for college basketball players to withdraw from the NBA draft.
And former Coug and Zag had decisions to make.
Yeah, should I stay? Should I go? That was kind of the question they were asking themselves. Which local players are trying their luck at the pros, and who's coming back for another year? Next in sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Travel for Adventures is brought to you in part by Grant County Tourism.
The spring clearance sale is on at R&R RV Center in Liberty Lake and North Spokane. Spring into action with R&R's largest discounts ever. Class B camper vans up to $83,000 off. Montana fifth wheels up to $43,000 off. Cougar's #1 selling fifth wheel floor plan priced at only $49,990. Shop now at R&R RV in Liberty Lake or North Spokane. Online at rnrrv.com.
From R&R RV, your RV superstore.
It's been another great year for our Diamonds and Dreams program. Gary Middle School, the recipient of this year's work, new backstops, new safety fences, and of course, the new field. The 4 News Now Extreme Team, brought to you by your hometown Chevy dealers and Horizon Credit Union.
It's the big kickoff event this month at Northwest Fence, where every year we launch the fencing season with great bargains on fence and automated gate packages. So give us a call to schedule your new chain link, vinyl, or ornamental iron fence. Or maybe you're a do-it-yourselfer looking for materials. Save a little the cost by shopping early and beating the summer rush during the spring launch at Northwest Fence. Nobody builds them better.
Welcome to Coeur d'Alene Honda.
Thank you. I've been coming here for years, and I've always felt just like family.
Our customers love how easy it is to do business with us.
We have Hondas for every budget.
And we have some of the best pre-owned vehicles to choose from, and select pre-owned Hondas come with their lifetime warranty.
And all new Hondas come with the first year of free maintenance.
Coeur d'Alene Honda with the nationwide lifetime warranty at no additional cost to you.
Awarded Dealer of the Year and rated 4.7 on Google.
At Coeur d'Alene Honda, we've been family owned and operated for over 50 years.
And don't forget about the lifetime warranty.
Watch KXLY Plus over the air on KXLY ABC4. Live updates, breaking news, weather every 10 minutes from the 4 News Now team. Get up to date on the information you need in just an hour. Weekdays at 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. over the air on KXLY ABC4.
College basketball players have until 9 p.m. to withdraw their name from the NBA draft and return to school.
One former Coug is sticking with his decision to play in the pros. Sports director Julian Minnesone joins us in the studio with the latest on WSU's Jalen Wells.
Yeah, if it's on the internet, it must be true, right? That's what they're saying. Well, at least in this case, it is. Wells reposted this picture on his Instagram that says, Staying in the draft. That's a clearer message as any that he is not returning to play college ball. Wells is a projected second-round draft pick and was an NBA Combine invitee. He is the 60th best player on ESPN's draft board and has reportedly worked out for a handful of teams during this process. Wells only played one season in Pullman, averaging 12 points a game, and was a key player in the Cougars' run to the NCAA tournament. He will join former WSU forward Isaac Jones as the second Cougar hoping to be drafted this year. Gonzaga's Michael Ajayi has withdrawn his name from the NBA draft. Ajayi was a projected second-round pick and played well at the NBA Combine this year, but has decided to return to school. He transferred to Gonzaga from Pepperdine, where he was named first-team All-WCC and the top scorer in the conference. Ajayi joins a Gonzaga team that returns most of its roster, with the exception of Anton Watson, who is hoping to get drafted. With Ajayi on the team, Gonzaga's projected starting lineup includes all seniors. ESPN has the Bulldogs as the number 3 team in the country in the way too early top 25. The Bulldogs also added Arkansas transfer Khalif Battle, Tarleton State transfer Emmanuel Innocente, and return Eastern Washington transfer Steele Venters, who was out with an injury for most of last season. They will most likely be a Final Four favorite when the season begins. And one of the Inland Northwest's top high school basketball players is trading the Palouse for Pike Place. Colfax's Bryn McGoy has committed to the University of Washington. The 6'3" McGoy chose the Huskies over UCLA, Iowa, and Duke, just to name a few. The 5-star prospect is the 17th best player in the class of 2025, according to ESPN. McGoy led Colfax to a state championship during her sophomore year and a district title this past season. And the Seattle Mariners are hosting the Houston Astros in Game 3 of a 4-game series at T-Mobile Park tonight. Seattle won the first 2 games, and 3 in a row total. Good pitching matchup here tonight. George Kirby for the Mariners going up against Justin Verlander for the hated Astros. And the Spokane Indians just got underway against the Everett Aquasox there at Avista Stadium. Spokane won the first game yesterday, so we'll see if they can keep it going. But even if Jalen Wills decided to return, remember, he entered the transfer portal as well, so likely his time in Pullman was going to come to an end. He did say he wanted to keep his options open in case he came back, but sure enough, it's NBA or bust for him.
Well, let's hope he gets drafted.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right, now that college graduation celebrations are winding down, it's time for college grads to think about landing a job.
A recent study found that within a year of graduation, more than half of college graduates are underemployed, meaning they're working a job that doesn't typically require a bachelor's degree. Experts say it may take time to find the right job. CNN's Jen Sullivan talks to a career coach about tips on entering the workforce.
It's the season of celebration as college graduates look to the next chapter, and that means entering the workforce. But landing the job you want can be a challenge.
In 22, that graduating class, there were supposedly 2 jobs for every individual, and now it's completely the inverse. There are 2 individuals for every job.
Fran Barrick is a career coach for college students and started her own company, Spearmint Coaching. She says it could take 5 to 7 months for graduates to find a job in their field.
It's very depressing just sort of submitting 100 applications, and hearing statistically you're going to hear back from 1 or 2.
Her first tip is to build a profile of jobs you'd be interested in applying to. 2, research the companies. 3, find jobs by networking, like using your college's career services, contacting alumni, and talking to friends and family. 4, play up your skills.
You don't want to be a jack of all trades. You want to be a master of a specific one.
Some entry-level jobs require work experience, and if you don't have any, that's okay. On your resume, you can list college sports, clubs, and organizations. And don't forget jobs you've held like waitressing and babysitting.
That all counts. And those soft skills that you learn, responsibility, integrity, commitment, totally transferable.
And while you're waiting until you land the job you want, you can either work part-time or volunteer. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
I'm tracking thunderstorms now moving into the central panhandle. I'll show you where they're headed next after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Our 30th anniversary celebration continues at Missisquoi Casino Hotel. Play your favorite games with your Sun Club card to win your share of $22,000 cash and one of several Traeger grills. Learn more at Missisquoi.com.
40 years ago, an idea was born. 40 years ago, excitement emerged. Now, 40 years later, all trails lead to all sport. Side-by-sides, ATVs, motorcycles, snowmobiles, watercraft, and pontoon boats. Who has it all? All sport has it all. Polaris, Honda, BRP, Can-Am, KTM, Indian, and more. How will you spend the next 40 years? Make 2024 the best summer ever. Join our local team in celebrating 40 years in business. Have it all at All Sport, just off I-90 in Liberty Lake.
One of the best kept secrets in Spokane is the little granite and cabinet store that does most of the biggest remodels and new construction. Northwest Granite.
Northwest Granite is known for their incredible selection of unique granite, marble, and quartz countertop options that bring captivating, attractive looks to any room in your home.
From quality flooring to a variety of cabinets and exotic countertops, Northwest Granite is the one-stop shop that does it all.
Want to instantly look more attractive and years younger? The solution is whiter teeth. But you love coffee and tea, maybe even wine or smoking, and all of them stain your teeth and make them yellow. It's time you discovered Power Swabs, the fast 5-minute revolutionary treatment.
The first time I tried it, I was so surprised. My husband was so excited that he wanted to run out and get it. He said, "What have you been trying?" I said, "Well, I've tried this product called Power Swab." And he said, "I can't believe how white your teeth are." From that point on, I've been sold.
Power Swabs are guaranteed to whiten your teeth up to 2 shades after the first application. After 5-minute daily treatments for the next week, your teeth will be an average of 6 shades whiter. Power Swabs will whiten natural teeth and remove stains from veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns.
This is a Power Swab smile. This is a Power Swab smile.
Call, go online, or scan the code on your screen right now to receive 50% off this Memorial Day. You'll also receive the Power Swab Stain Out Quick Stick, absolutely free. And in addition, you will get free shipping.
Mississquoi Casino Hotel is open. Stay with us, relax and rejuvenate while taking advantage of our amazing amenities, including a restaurant and lounge open to the public daily starting at 3 p.m. north of Spokane on Highway 395.
4 News Now is brought to you by Trudeau's Marina.
All right, this one has been awfully busy, tracking showers and some isolated thunderstorms all day.
What are we seeing right now?
Well, now they are moving into the central Panhandle Mountains, but still impacting some local communities. Here's the broad view over the last 3 hours of the showers and thunderstorms that did move through the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. We had some hail. We had that cold air funnel near Hayden, and now we have some lightning along with some gusty winds and up to pea-sized hail. We're looking at an area from just south of Kellogg down through really what is pushing out of the Palouse and into the mountain areas. Then it takes a little bit of a turn down around Starbuck. We're seeing some cloud-to-ground lightning strikes north of Colfax, just some showers. We'll zoom in a little bit here on some of the more intense areas of thunderstorm activity. No thunderstorm warnings, and we have not had any. We've had some strong storms, but nothing reaching warning criteria. We're just north of Calder with some rain and some frequent lightning strikes. Also heading further to the south, we're down around Fernwood, and that is all moving to the east at a pretty good clip right now, and should be getting into less inhabited areas here very, very shortly. Meanwhile, here's a look at our forecast radar. Starting off at our current time, watch how quickly things move off and we dry out completely. We'll be dry to start the day tomorrow with a lot of sunshine. Tomorrow afternoon in the higher terrain, we may start to see some showers redeveloping. Temperatures will be dropping around the region. We have a frost advisory in effect for the area shaded in blue on your screen. It is a freeze warning in the Northeast Mountains for the valleys there, where temperatures could actually drop below freezing in some locations, including Colville, Medellin Falls, and some of the other more sheltered valleys. 37 to start the day in Spokane. We will be warming up into the 50-degree range by 9 a.m. Blue skies, sunshine, sunshine, much lighter winds. Winds generally less than 10 miles per hour in the morning, up to 10 miles per hour in the afternoon, with a high of 65. 71 and sunny on Friday, 73 Saturday. We'll be in and out of the clouds with more clouds and sun this weekend, but the rain looks like it's going to hold off until late Sunday evening, continuing into a wet Monday. With our excitement in the weather, I did not have time to go through my email inbox to look for Wildlife Wednesday photos, but I did have to share this one that came to my attention. Mark Vogt, this is his new neighbor. Mark Vogt has recently moved, and he is still in North Idaho. And look who came to borrow a cup of sugar. No, just kidding. Mark is a great distance away. This is a grizzly bear in North Idaho, and he's got a big long lens and did not want to stick around to wait until this bear posed for him, but it is a great photo nevertheless. Grizzly bears in North Idaho.
Of course one finds Mark Vogt. I mean,
he is the wildlife whisperer, to be sure. Yes.
The grizzly wanted to be on TV, I think is what it comes down to.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Thank you, Chris. Well, while there's no cure for a peanut allergy, a new study backs up what experts previously thought, that there are ways to help prevent the food allergy in your kids. Researchers found that introducing infants to peanut products reduced the risk of developing an allergy by 71%. The American Academy of Pediatrics updated its guidance in 2019 to say there is evidence early introduction of peanuts may prevent a peanut allergy. Dr. Drew Bird recommends parents give peanut products to children starting between 4 and 6 months of age, and consistency is key with this. However, parents should talk to their child's pediatrician before introducing any kind of new food, including peanuts.
All right, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup for tonight.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Watch this. Witness what happens to this woman's bags under her eyes in an actual time lapse in just minutes. The problem will disappear before your eyes with a revolutionary topical formulation that works in just minutes, and the effects will last for hours. Over 1 million people are using this topical technique to visually reduce puffiness and bags, even fine lines and wrinkles on the face and forehead. Introducing Plexiderm. Jump on board and say yes to this amazing $14.95 Plexiderm trial. Order right now. We'll pay your shipping.
Hi, I'm Matt Gray with 4 News Now. For families with teens and young adults, here are some tips that can teach them more about money management.
Talk through when it might be best to use an ATM, write a check, use bill pay, or buy something online. Also talk about what can happen if bills aren't paid or if there's an overdraw on a checking account. Walk through what it means to use credit, have interest accrue, and the cost or benefit of using this option.
There are lots of great ways to teach your kids about money. For more tips, go to becu.org.
What does RV stand for? Recreational vehicle or ruined vacation? At Click-It RV, we want you to have a fun, safe camping experience. So for the month of May, get to any Click-It RV store and get a professional propane leak test, tire pressure check, wheel bearings, roof, slide and battery test. And all inspections are free because we want you and yours to have a safe camping season. Thinking of upgrading? Check out their used selection of new and used top brands like Grand Design, Rockwood, Flagstaff, Winnebago, and more. So get to a Click-It RV store near you for a free inspection and keep your family safe.
Backyard barbecues, family gatherings, now is the best time to visit Jacobs Custom Living. New furniture has arrived and Jacobs really has the largest and most varied inventory ever. Comfortable lounge furniture, elegant outdoor dinner sets, umbrellas, and much more. Hurry in and experience for yourself the high-quality outdoor furniture at Jacobs Custom Living that will make your deck, patio, or cabin a wonderful place for gatherings all summer long. On Sprague, just east of Sullivan.
You went behind my back. Give me one reason I shouldn't end your career right now.
These fires could go on for some time, maybe days.
You be careful out there.
I love you, Miranda Bailey. Helicopter coming in with an injured firefighter.
Firefighter.
Oh, that needs to not happen.
Joe? Oh my God.
Hey, I need some help.
Who's coming down the line?
4 News Now is brought to you by STCU Business. Partner up.
Thanks for joining us for 4 News Now at 6.
Yeah, we will be back for Nightside starting at 11 o'clock. We hope you'll join us then. Have a great night.